Welcome back to JB Reviews. I have the brand new GMC Canyon AT4X. Now, when you see the wheels on this, these are not the B-lock wheels. Unfortunately, they have not come in yet. So I wanted to show you guys around the truck, show you guys the winch on the front end. They got it installed. And I'm gonna do a quick drive on this one because I haven't had a chance to drive the AT4X Canyon. I'm here at Jerry Seiner GMC. If you would like to purchase this AT4X, be sure to reach out to Frank. He's one of the salespeople here. Let him know you saw the video. Let's go and check out the window sticker so you guys can see what is optional and standard on this build. At the very top are all the specs here. And then be sure to pause it for the standard equipment, starting on the left side. Here's some of the screen sizes too. Now, as far as the base price goes, it's going to be $55,500. And because this is an edition one, you have this one package, and here's everything that's going to come on that. Now, as far as the destination goes, it's $1,495 with a total price of $64,845. And then here's the Philly County numbers down to the left here. One of the best things about the new redesigned Canyon is the front end. This truck makes a statement like no other. I love what they've done with the AT4X. The brush guard on the front end, it looks menacing. They give you a 30-inch light bar, and I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but you guys see that winch, right? It has a synthetic cable. The maker of it is come up, and it fits perfectly on this front end on the truck. Tons of skid plates down below. You see that you have the recovery hooks finished in red. And then check out some of your ground clearance on the side. Hopefully you guys saw your fog lights, full LED headlights, turn signals, and you have a forward-facing camera there. Off to the side, check out your tire. This is a Goodyear Wrangler Territory MT. Now, you would get a 17-inch B-lock, but when they ship the truck, as you guys saw on the window sticker, this is how they ship it, really. And I think they do that because people are stealing off the transport when they're coming to the dealers. So here's the tire size, 285, 70, 17. So this is basically a 33-inch tire, but if you want the more specific inches, it's 32.7 inches tall, 11.2 inches wide. So it's a pretty big tire. I mean, 35s would look amazing on this truck, I would be honest, but I think the 33s look great too. Now, as far as your suspension goes, you do have a coilover setup here, and you guys can see that Multimatic DSSV, which is dynamic suspension spool valve. Great for on-road and off-road comfort. You have your rock rails on the side to protect the cab, and they go back pretty far, I would say. Pretty far. And they have some protection for that transfer case right there. And that's about it. Here's some of the badging on the side. Black mirror caps, and you have a camera, so you're gonna have that surround view camera. Smart key system on the front doors. You're gonna have a 21-gallon fuel tank. And out back, you guys can see the suspension. You have 4 leaves in the main pack, and you have more of that Multimatic DSSV. They do give you these like clearance lights on the side of the fender flares. And then check out the rear bumper. They do have it painted in the middle there. Parking sensors, class 4 receiving hitch, and you have a 4 and 7 pin. And this is assisted for your tailgate. One thing I like about the new Canyon is that they give you this storage built in to the tailgate. Really nice, and it's waterproof too. Spray-in bed liner. They do stamp AT4X. Manually operated rear sliding glass, and they have incandescent bulbs and that high mount center light there. I'm not a huge fan of this. These are nice to have, like if you need to carry some kayaks, but I don't like the fitment of it. Here's a better look at those tail lights and the side of that bumper. Let's go ahead and pop the hood and talk about this turbocharged 4-cylinder. This 2.7 liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine has cast aluminum block end head. Also, it has 310 horsepower that comes on around 5,600 RPMs, and 430 pound-feet of torque come on around 3,000. This engine is pretty stout. It's kind of like a diesel. They used to have a diesel, but it's really overbuilt. and it has really good performance. 8-speed transmission, and first gear starts at a 4:56:1 ratio. That's pretty deep. Now who's ready to check out the winch? So I had to go and ask one of the technicians because I could not find where I would plug in at. I cannot believe this is where they added the winch, guys. You ready for this? Here it is. This is where they added the winch for you to plug in to control it. You have to plug in here, run it around here to the side of your window. I can't make this up. That is insanity. But yeah, that's where you plug in at. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, they have this guy, and you just plug in, as I said. Then here is the controller, and let's go ahead and see how it works. So all you have to do, you can see like there's like a little tab right there, like a little plastic tab, and there's a notch right there. So this is how it goes in. There's like a screw in the very front of it, so you just plug it in right there, and this is the controller, right? So in order for the winch to work, you have to put it in auxiliary number 1, because that's how it got installed. The truck has to be in accessory mode. You will hear a beeping sound under the hood over here somewhere, letting you know that you're ready to go. So if you want to pull the winch out, all you have to do is just pull this out, twist it that way, and then pull out the winch, basically. Pretty easy stuff, right? Now if you want it to go in, you have to twist this again. Here's your controller. You can go out or in, so we're gonna go in. Oh, I did something wrong. There it is. It was turned too far over, so now it should go in now. You ready? There it is. And that's it. Pretty easy stuff. Let me be the first to say this. I don't like that design. They should have put that right next to the winch on the outside. That way it's easier to run it all the way over to the driver's side over the mirror, and then that way you can just control the winch from inside the truck. I didn't like that design. But let's go ahead and take the truck for a quick drive. We're just gonna drive it through the city, and I will kind of discuss some of the interior for you guys. The very first thing I would do if this was my truck is I would move my cameras all the way over to this menu. I put it down here because you have 360 camera now. Because you have that brush guard on the front, it does kind of protrude out a little bit, so it does kind of get in the way of the camera. Not bad, but just something to consider. I also wanted to show you guys this guy. So you do have cameras underneath the truck. You can see the rear and the front together, or you can just see forward and forward underneath the truck too. Really cool. That's probably one of the most innovative things I've ever seen. But let's go ahead and take it for a drive. As you guys see below the screen, you have some heated and ventilated buttons. This also has a heated steering wheel. Let's go ahead and go back to those camera views. I want to show you guys the other one. This has got to be the coolest thing on trucks for 2023, 2024. Has to be. I'm not sure how fast you can go with it, but we'll just keep it up for a little bit longer. Just went away, so you can't drive too fast with it on. Now, one thing I'll say about this interior is absolutely beautiful. You have the black, white, and red, and those are all good colors for interior. The heated steering wheel gets really warm, so there is a button that you can use on the steering wheel to turn it off. So most of you guys know I have an AT4X HD, and my truck, I will say, it rides and handles like a truck should. When you drive a Canyon AT4X, I think that the suspension is definitely softer compared to what I have. I mean, this rides almost like a car, almost. I feel like the bumps in the road are not as pronounced. I'm gonna hit this bump right here. Oh yeah, this is so smooth. And one thing I love about this interior is the layout. Like the buttons right here, they don't give you any controls on the side of the interior. This also has heads-up display. And the steering feel, the brake feel, it's all tuned well. I think that this is why people like midsize pickups. They handle well, they're easy to park, they drive like a car. And if you are that person that likes to go off-road, or if you do have to drive in inclement weather, it does a lot for you for that type of driving. I mean, hitting bumps in the road, turning, it just feels smooth. It feels very easy to control. And I think that the Multimatic DSSV is the reason for that. I just checked in the rear. This is a very small pickup. And if you have younger kids, and you plan on keeping for maybe like 5 or so years, this is perfect for kids under 10. But as your kids get older, this will be probably too small. I can probably push my seat up a little bit, but I feel as though this is definitely a compact truck. Now let's go ahead and do some acceleration. If I have a chance maybe to come back and drive this truck a little bit longer, I will. But I have a few things to take care of today, unfortunately, so I don't have a lot of time with this truck. So here we go, wide open throttle. Yeah, this truck pulls hard. And having a turbocharged engine is good for higher elevations too, because you're gonna lose about 3% of your horsepower every 1,000 feet you go up. And this truck felt pretty strong, felt confident. I didn't feel like I needed more power than that. But hey, because it's a turbocharged engine, I'm sure that the aftermarket world will probably give this truck a tune to give you a little bit more horsepower to get this truck up to 60 a little bit quicker. But overall, this is a nice pickup truck. Let's go ahead and check out the payload. So here are the numbers on the door. You have a gross axle weight rating up front at 3,500 pounds. The rear is 3,400 pounds with a gross vehicle weight rating of 6,250 pounds. The wheels are 17 by 8 inches. And here's the payload at 1,029 pounds. Hope you guys liked the video. If I have a chance in the future to do a longer drive video, I will. I just wanted to show you guys just some quick performance because like I said, I've never driven one of these before. And this is a really nice spec. So if you would like to buy it, be sure to check out Jerry Seiner, Buick GMC here in Utah. Ask for Frank. See you guys soon.